The truth about what was done to both of you, you didn't find that out until you read the book about the identical strangers.
So when we read the book, we pretty much were like, oh yeah, that was us.
No, I read the book and called you.
Right.
And I said, you have to read this book. We were a study. It's confirmed in the book. And then I went to your house, and then I called the girls and spoke to them.
Do you feel as though you've been robbed, Melanie, of not being able to grow up together?
Absolutely, yes, yes. I work in pediatrics in a hospital, and when I have a lot of, I used to work for ophthalmology, so we would get a lot of premature twins. So I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm a twin too, and people would say, oh, did you guys trade places and do this? And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say no because I was separated from her. So either I say, no, we didn't, or I lie and say, yes, we did. You know, but I was robbed of that. I was robbed of dressing alike. I was robbed of having somebody know every secret in my life. And I was robbed of trading places with someone or fooling people or just, you know, my right as a twin.
The bond. We're robbed
it's a twin
of the
right
bond.
to change places. I'm not angry that I found her. I'm angry that it was done to me. I'm angry that, again, she should be the closest person in my life, almost closer than a parent should be to a child, an identical twin. And we had to make a bond. It didn't come naturally. And if we were born and raised together, it would have come naturally.
The unconditional love for one another. We had to learn how to do it as opposed to like it coming more naturally.
So in a sense, you're more twins than you are siblings, aren't you? Because you haven't been allowed to be bonded
Correct.
through your childhood.
Not even us twins know the complexity of this because we don't know. We don't know the damage it did to us. You know, like nobody does. How would my life have been different? I don't know. And I'll never know, but I know that you took what should have been the closest person in my life away from me, and you can't ever give that back no matter what. We can be as close, we could live next to each other, we could be best friends with each other, but we can never get back what we lost.
Is there anything that could excuse it? I mean, what Peter Neubauer did, is it abject cruelty or is it just misguided academic arrogance?
Cruelty.
Agreed.
I think they knew what they were doing. They didn't care. It was for their research purposes. They didn't care about us. They didn't care about the damage it was doing to us. They didn't care about what we were going through. They didn't care about anything.
If they did care about us, then they would have let the adoptive parents know so that they could know how to handle if there was something missing or something wrong. So there was no caring about what, you know, happened. It was like, okay, nobody says anything, nobody knows, and this is what we're going to do. But that's not the case because they don't know, we don't know, we don't know. I don't know what I was missing, but I was missing something. I don't know why I was fascinated with twins, but now I do know. You know, I don't know why she had an imaginary friend, but now she does know. You know, so there's no answer to that.
All the loss and the damage that you two speak about, is that compounded to you both by the fact that nothing came out of this? Not one single academic paper was published?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you did this for no reason. And I told somebody else, I said, you know what, wouldn't it be more interesting now to study us and see what the differences are? You wanted to see how she you know, was raised in this kind of family and I was raised in this kind of family. You wanted to know the outcome. So why don't you study us now? Why don't you do a study now and then you'll have the real answers to the questions as opposed to asking children who don't even know.
And I feel like even if he would have published it, like it was still like the damage is just it wasn't worth it. Like, even if he was to publish the stuff, like, it's still, like, you messed, like, with nature, basically. It took something away from me, and there's no reason. None.
I compare it to Back to the Future. When he went Back to the Future, did you see that movie? And they changed one thing, and they said, you can't change that because then everybody's life is going to change.
Altered.
And that's what you did to us. So we don't know.
And what about an apology from somebody? Would that be asking too much?
I don't think anyone could ever apologize, and I don't think I could ever accept an apology. It's too late. You did it. It's done. You can't
no
go
apologies.
Back. No. The song, Is It Too Late Now to Say Sorry? In this situation, absolutely.
Like, you could say it, but it means nothing to me. I don't accept it.
Hello, I'm Liam Bartlett. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.